Well, this is what happens before every video. Just go and bulldoze the plot I made a week prior. So that plot was worth 3 million. I only got 2.4 back. Today we're going to be making a Apocalyptic Hospital. Last night I was up at like 12 a.m. lying on my back in my bed, right? And I was thinking about this build. And what I kind of envisioned, right? Let's get our grid here. This isn't the real layout. This is like a rough kind of thing. I imagined an L shape for our building. Something that goes like from here, and then maybe it curves a little bit. That's kind of what I imagined. A hospital is ginormous, so like this is something that's not going to fit in our 50 by 50. So you kind of gotta imagine the plot as like a segment in a scene, almost like a diorama. So like you have this part of the hospital, but like it would extend way out this way and back here because this is a big building. I'm not fitting the whole thing in here, so some of it will be cut off. That was like a joke layout, but I'm actually really liking how this is like fitting. I might make it a little smaller though, like maybe 10. And for our parking lot, we need even numbers, no odd numbers. So this will have to come back by 1. I was thinking something kind of modern, kind of older. Something like this, right? On the brink of modern, but still kind of old looking. Can't tell if a curve is the right direction to go, though. Because, like, I would also like to have an emergency door where, like, a ambulance would go. So this is like the first 3 stories. We can only go up to 5, but I would like a little more on our 4th story. So I'm kind of thinking like, I don't want to continue the same shape. I want to do something completely different. Because this is like top floor, so. Oh yeah, let's get a top down here. We can get like a big filler, because I don't want a lot of open space on my roof. I want this to look busy, so I'm gonna get a lot of filling, kind of. I don't even know what you call these. I'm looking at a hospital right now. It's like big bricks, and then it has like a ton of vents on it. These aren't units, I don't think, like AC units, but I also don't think they're rooms. It's a modern building too, so it's not like the insane asylum we did, where I'm gonna have to put a shit ton of trims and stuff. This is gonna be a boring building, so I'm gonna try and give it as much unique shape as I can to make it more interesting. I really hope this isn't too complicated. There might be too much on the roof. Let's get back down here. We're gonna make our parking spots and stuff, so parking spots, I always make them 4 wide, and I like a 5 wide road in between them. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do it this way. Yeah, look at that. That is a weird shape, but I feel like it's a very good hospital shape. I want to make this kind of curved part just all modern windows. But the problem with this is, look at that. Look how uneven that is. That's gonna drive me nuts. I gotta resize these so it fits perfectly. Not sure if I'm a fan or not. I think we're gonna roll with it for now. And hope it turns out well later on. And we should probably get some wall trim on this shit. Like, I don't know about something like that, but something that matches the metal of these windows. I'm wondering if symmetry is important here. Should I continue this curve on this side? I like that shape. I don't know what... Sorry. I don't know what you call that. It's like hump, big hump, hump, and then flat on each side. I'm kind of getting the vision. There's a lot of brick though. I need some beige. Gotta really break this up somehow. Let's get like a beige concrete. I don't think I'm gonna do smooth rock again because I use that on the windows. I could do either a brick, I could do dirt, there's plaster, regular ass concrete. I really want to use these new textures. The thing about plaster is I can already see problems arising by using it. Because the whole, like, overlapping, because it's a different texture, it's not a Roblox one, so if you overlap them, it doesn't Z-fight, it just darkens, which sucks. Maybe we do dirt for now. Is it too... It feels too messy, though. We're gonna add some shape to this, because this is way too boring. This is 20 long, so at the 10 mark, which is right here, we could go 6. Now we'll do 4. We'll add some brick to this beige. I don't even know if I want this much beige. I could even add like white. The white is too clean looking though. Like, if I was to have white, I feel like it should be yellowed. Especially if we're in an apocalyptic scenario. And what I've been doing with my apocalyptic builds is adding some overgrowth and some damage. Almost like the zombie outbreak has been around a little longer. Because like the overgrowth doesn't happen overnight. Maybe we make the bottom brick, but then add beige segments. I gotta do more patterns like this. I can't rely on just pillars. Because that's how problems arise. Because these modern buildings, they're not going to use as many cornices or pillars like the, I don't even know what you call that. What's that build style I usually do with the cornices and all the trims and shit? Whatever it is, it's not what this hospital should be. I hate big walls, bro. I need windows. We gotta make some windows. That'll help a ton. I'm gonna use some big ass windows. So let's get the large clear window here. I'll make it the same kind of modern vibe, but we're gonna change some things on it, so don't worry about me being too repetitive. This brick needs to be darkened a lot. Or does it? Maybe I should just use a whole different brick texture overall. See, I like this, but it's too big. I like the Roblox ones because they're so tiny. It makes the building look bigger. We're definitely kind of getting like a modern hospital vibe now, but I feel like I'm doing too much with the building right now. I think I need to start doing some of our whatchamacallit, our kind of surrounding area, our parking lot, because I'm totally winging this right now. I'm just free building this building, but I haven't really established much of a parking lot or a surrounding area yet. See, I hate this new lighting, but I love it because now it's not pitch black in here. Because, like, if this was old Roblox lighting, this would be pitch black. But now it's not, so I could technically make it so the power's out and not have to add, like, support or neutralizing lighting. But at the same time, I feel like it's very cartoony now. But bro, look at the size of this building. That's one thing I'm a sucker for. I love emphasizing scale on a build. Like, there's a lot of people that make, like, mini cities where, like, their roads are, like, 3 wide and they use, like, the toy car that like toddlers have in this game. But like What's going on over there? Whoa, 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 whoa. Why? That's not fun. Oh, that is extremely irritating. I hope that doesn't... Bro, there is no shot. Are you kidding me? Okay, well that's annoying, but look at the scale of this building. Like, I feel like that feels so real when it's like giant. This is gonna be a problem. I don't know what to do about that. Why is it doing this? I don't understand. It's a wall. Like, why is the wall deciding to skip through? There's a slight chance I might need to make this... Oh my god. I might try leaving and rejoining. Maybe that'll fix it. Hold on. I'm scared to turn around. Bro. Hasn't finished loading though. Maybe it'll finish loading and it'll fix. It's weird. Why is the wall inside of the other wall? Maybe I just leave it. Thing is though, every time I rejoin, I'm gonna have to fix it by just deleting and redoing. Which is gonna be really annoying, but I can just keep doing that for the rest of the video, I guess, and maybe that'll fix it. Oh man, I'm worried now. I'm quite worried. That's where the emergency one should be. They should have a commercial one. Because then it'll open for them when they have a stretcher rolling through. Can I set it so it's permanently open though? I cannot. I could probably make my own though. It shouldn't be that hard. Just get a double doorway. Is there like a thin one? No. Double doorway. Boom, boom. I need a wall to copy it on. I'll do the same thing again, but skinnier. Okay, that's not gonna work. I need a single. Looks like I could do the same thing again. Make a skinny version again. Got a little square window. That's actually kind of cool. I could probably use that somewhere. For our weird hospital vibe. Okay, so there's windows that are further back, and then they overlap. There's your door. So I'll get this in here. Gotta match it up though. And then they overlap, so I guess I could get one like one there, and maybe one's more closed. Yeah, there you go. And I guess I'll copy it over here. Although this isn't an emergency entrance. Maybe I'll just make this one another side entrance like this. Why are these back? I'm overthinking this. I should probably do my parking lot. Let's do our parking lot. So, first things first. Let's get our side... No, let's do our floors. With my indecisive ass. Get our road color in here. Now we have to have the elevating parts. Oh, I can't do angled, can I? No, I probably can. Should I make it so this place was like a base or like a home shelter like the mall? Or should I make it so like it was unexpected and this place just got ravaged? Pause. Ew, pause. Wait, that sounds yucky. But like, think about it. What would make sense? Would they make this a base? Because this is kind of where I would use like Those Who Remain as reference, like I did in the original Apocalyptic video. What was the first Apocalyptic video? It was the mall, wasn't it? In Those Who Remain, the big kind of landmark buildings are always kind of like a base at some point. That's why I made the mall kind of like the shelter, or what was the shelter. But the mall got like overrun, if you guys remember. I think that's how I did it, right? The high school had no shelter. It got overrun. Nobody knew it was happening. That's what I went for with the high school. The mall I made kind of barricaded, shelter-ish. I think I made it so like people were taking shelter in Macy's, which is funny. What would they do for the hospital though? Like, would they actually try to protect the like bedridden patients, or do you think they would dead ass just like run away? It's so awful to think about, but like really think about it for a second. I'm trying to make this real, right? In a survival situation, are the nurses, doctors, and people who are able to move gonna help the people who are bedridden, or are they deadass just gonna leave and let them get eaten while they run? Like, that's really what I'm trying to think about here. I'm thinking about making the like little garden beds. I don't know if I should do it out of basic shapes or if I should do it out of whatchamacallit. Bro, why am I having a brain fart right now? What is it? Out of roofs. Basic shapes are roofs. Jesus. It's a little choppy, but we kind of have a parking lot now. So like this is like your main entrance kind of area. You drive through here. That's the emergency entrance. So like ambulances will be pulled off to the side here. Goes around. Parking lot will probably be double the size of this. What signs do we have now? Yield, street corner. They added a bunch of new stuff. Well, not a bunch, but some. In the map update. Like we got ATMs, bus stops. I really like that. Lots of utility boxes now. Dude, this is... Oh my god, I really like this. I'm worried about plot data though. Because, like, decal plants, that's something that's gotta jump in here. We got a ton of custom windows. Like, look at all the custom windows. All these have structurals and shit on them. Which is... Yelp. I could do the little one, which is brick, and then maybe I put another one on top of that. Something that'll actually fit inside it, though. Pause. Like, what if we did... Ooh, wait. That's kind of fire. I hate how that... Is that even noticeable? It's not even noticeable. Let's do this. This looks really cool. Metal. We'll do that over here, too. And then we can get, like, seating or something. The more plot data the exterior takes up, the less I'll have to put on the interior. Because I'm prioritizing exterior before interior. Even though I'm going to put an interior, I have to prioritize exterior because thumbnails, you know? Maybe I just make this in this metal. Just not the these buildings or thingies. I don't even know what those are. Dude, this building is ridiculous. I'm starting to question what I made, bruh. This is like... really large. Pause. Yeah, this is our hospital so far. Big ass building. Lots of potential for some apocalyptic detail. Could have bodies on the balconies. I didn't do anything with this. I just realized. But yeah, like... there's a lot that could go into this. I'm afraid there's too much that could go into this. Like, am I gonna be able to keep up? I really like this. I'm just afraid that I've put way too much into it, and that I may bite myself in the ass trying to put all the detail into this. Cause like, look at the size of this bit. I know this looks ugly. I'll fix that. I'll have to fix that every time we rejoin, which is gonna be a blast. But you know, what the hell is that? A butterfly? There's gonna be a lot of grime decals to put on this. It's the next day, and I'm looking to get some stuff done. So, I think I want to just fully finish this. Well, not... Okay. I want to finish the before, you know? Because what I usually do... I've probably said this before, I don't even remember. I make the build new, and then I zombify it, you know? So, we're going to try and finish this as like a new building. And then I feel like I could spend tomorrow grinding away, making it a zombie building. As you can see, a couple things have changed. This is different. There's also a red cross here on the window now, because I thought that looked cool. And... oh yeah, we got some lamps. Handicap. I haven't put a decal there yet, though. I'll have to do that in a sec. I could do that now, actually. Hold on. I'm surprised I saw something they've added, because they have road markings. Why haven't they added a handicap road marking? I feel like something as simple as that works. Look at that. I don't like that choppiness right there, though. Okay, what metal textures do we have here? That works amazing. We'll just do that. Why does that look different, though? You guys see that? Why is it... huh? I'm missing trash cans too. I need to get some trash cans in here. Maybe not on the roofs. Or maybe, yeah, I should get it on the roofs because there's seating up here. But like, down below too. Dude, there's so much to do. Oh my god. Slightly overwhelmed. Just getting some messy seating, like everyone left in a panic. I might not even keep all this seating. I should probably make it so some of it's like moved around. The appliances they give you in-game are really good for making some rooftop kind of machinery. Like those dishwashers can make some pretty cool AC units. I'm just trying to double check and make sure there isn't any other ones that I could be using though. Not making custom stuff is way cheaper. And I'm broke. It might not look too realistic, but it's better for plot data. So I'll be able to get more zombies and stuff. And since this is the rooftop, you're not going to see the rooftop as much. The rooftop is something you're only going to see, like, from far away, like, if you're zoomed out. It's not really something you're going to see if you're just you know, there on the ground. And that's something people really need to consider when it comes to this sort of building, because a lot of people run out of plot data, but then they'll put tons of detail on a spot where no one's even gonna look. Like, I'm trying to put less on the roof right now, so I have more plot data for zombies and stuff, because zombies take a lot of plot data. So I'm trying to keep in mind what I'm doing in order to, like, sort of save myself some trouble, as I'm probably gonna run out of plot data on this build. I ran out of plot data on the high school build, and that sucked. But, like, just using these hobby horse things, really good. Might get some, like, vents, like I did on the Roblox HQ. Like, even that. Might get a couple more things within these two little, like, rooftop corrals. And that might be all we need. Detail doesn't need to be complicated. Like, it can just be little shit like this, and it'll still look fine. Because you guys know when you're in, like, GTA or something, or, like, pretty much any game, because a lot of games do this. If you're far away from, like, a building or terrain or something, it'll look a lot more smooth and low poly. Because when you look at it from afar, or if you're far away from something, in order to, like, save bandwidth and, like, help with lag, games will make it so the distance from something, the less detailed it gets. Like, if you're farther away from something, it'll be less detailed. This roof, you're not going up there. I have no way to get up there. You're only going to look at it from afar, so I can make it low poly by using some less detailed items. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's an easy way to get some detail. Like, it might be me being lazy, but there's really no point in wasting money and plot data to put detail on somewhere people aren't gonna, like, be going, you know? I'm gonna have two different variants of kind of like road filler decals, because like I'll have the usual cracked asphalt, right? But I'm also gonna get like dirt or like dust from debris, if that makes sense. I'm gonna add those onto the filling. I don't want too many cracks, but I also want a nice amount that makes the concrete a lot less boring than it already is. Because again, this is a newer building. This is a hospital. It's maintained, so the roads aren't going to be cracked before the apocalypse happened. So I don't want too many. And if I do have some, I'd like them to be more together. And probably in corners or like along something. And then after this, we should get some grass in, some dead grass to match what we've done on the mall, the watchtower, the high school. I think, did we only do 3? I thought we did more. But anyways, we'll match those 3 builds with some of the same decal plants we used. Might add a couple more, I don't know. I don't think I should be getting trees on these like little boulevards, because these are very thin. So I think I'll just stick with like decal grass. It's a little added detail. What's our plot data at right now? 28. That's not bad. Though I haven't gotten any zombies. We have no cars. Well, we have 2. We need cars, zombies, and some barricades. I'm gonna do like bare minimum barricades. Although this is open, I should make it look like they broke through that. Which shouldn't be that big of a deal. I think I can do that. I really want to make the zombies look like they were violent when this initially happened. It's kind of hard to do because whenever I add zombies to these builds, they're just still. Like, I can't make them look aggressive. But I feel like I can do that by adding a lot of broken glass and like big blood splatters. Like, I want them to look like... You know those Korean zombie movies? Like the one on the train? And like the zombies are just absolute tweakers, bro. Like, it's wild. I want the zombies in this kind of build, or all the zombie builds I've done in general, to kind of... I want them to look dangerous. Because like the zombies from like The Walking Dead and shit don't look dangerous. Unless they're running, like, it just doesn't feel real to me. Like, if we had a zombie apocalypse in real life right now, and they were walking, yeah, maybe a couple million people would be taken out. Control would definitely be gained, you know? I feel like the government, or whoever's in charge, would definitely be able to take charge and actually, like, stop it from spreading. If they're walking. But, like, if we go for more violent zombies, we could definitely see a bigger, like, catastrophe being more realistic, you know? I don't understand why the pickup truck and the Jeep are literally in the 100K range. That makes 0 sense to me. They should not be that expensive. Dude, you could fit 2 Road 500s in one parking spot. I don't like the Road 500, man. It's like the oldest vehicle in Bloxburg, but the shit part about it is you can't change the material of it. It's tiny and it has 0 detail. Like, I really wish we got a Road 500 revamp, man. If I want this to be more realistic, I should just use mostly gray, white, black, and red vehicles. Because if you look at traffic in real life, there is 0 color. So if I want this to look more real, I shouldn't have these 2 colors. Or maybe I do, but I have to add a lot of gray and a lot of other kind of filler cars. Alright, let's make some custom zombies. We need to have a lot of nurse zombies, doctor zombies, and patient zombies. Like, probably more of those. Like, medical-related zombies. We need more of those than the civilian ones. Because the civilian ones are the ones that are most likely to get out, I feel like. So this will be our male zombie. And then I'll have to make a female one that has a lot of wedges. People say I shouldn't use the plastic skulls for, like, heads. But I feel like they look way better than what a boring-ass cylinder would. Like, tell me that isn't more interesting than, like, than this. Like, this looks like a zombie. It's got a jaw. Like, look at this. Like, that looks like it bites, you know? That's why I use the skull. People are like, just use the cylinders. That's what, like, Zombie Rush and, like, all those other zombie games do. And I find it to be very boring. I feel like this is way more, like, undead looking. But that's just me. Patient clothing. Don't they have, like, gowns? Yeah, they have gowns. So should I keep their ankles, like, blank? Yeah. Because this is the calf. This is a Roblox character's calf. Gowns go to your knees, which would be, like, here. So this and below should be, like, blank. And they're short-sleeved. Is snow a good texture? What other ones are there? Because we have dirt and smooth rock now. That's perfect. Look at the warts and shit, bro. That's a zombie. That's literally a zombie, dude. Gotta have a lot of variation with the skin, though. Maybe some are more green, more pale. Because I feel like having zombies as all one color is kind of unrealistic. Because you don't know, like, maybe this virus has different types. Maybe one makes a zombie green. Maybe one makes a zombie like a kind of like a pinkish hue, like this guy right here. Maybe one just makes you extremely pale. You know, like there's so many different like ideas. Something I did on the high school that I really liked is I added decal hair, which worked the same way as a decal plant. But that was really expensive, and I'm really worried about budget right now. The female zombie doesn't need decal hair because the blankets in game actually work really well for like hair, if you guys didn't know. So like just take a sphere, try not to make them have a giant forehead, unless that's what you're going for. Maybe you want like big forehead vibes. Maybe we get like a brown kind of. And then if we get the blanket, this can be made in some really nice hair. Or maybe it used to be able to. Why does it feel so large now? Towels, maybe? This could be made into like a ponytail or something. I just realized that towel. Why is this hair not fitting nice anymore? It used to. This one's thinner. I think I used this one. Yeah, look at that. It's a little weird, the way it's acting. But with some fiddling, I feel like I could get this looking actually kind of nice. Let's gotta get it going around. And then if we go to the creator marketplace, you'll find, just search up hair. There's tons of different hairs. Now, I can actually help you guys with this. Hold on. Because if you're copying this and you don't want to do the boring kind of like afro strategy that I always do, don't use stuff like this. Try to find something that's symmetrical, like this. This is a good one because it's symmetrical. This is the one I used before. This is a good one. This is another good one. This is also a good one. They're all black hair, though. I need some brown and some blonde. It doesn't really work for longer hair. Like this, for example. It's symmetrical, but the long hair is going to peek through the front of your zombie. So I actually, if you're doing a female zombie, I do suggest using blankets instead. I don't think I want an interior on this side because the lighting isn't as good. If I was just to put an interior, it'd probably all be on that side with direct sunlight because I'll get way better lighting. You guys will see what I mean. I really gotta do my decal plants now, though. I've been stalling because we're about to see millions go down the drain. Well, not go down the drain. I'll add some good detail, but you get the point. So for the apocalyptic build, I only use 3 different plant decals, right? Although I could probably try some green ones that are more yellow colored, because I could get green decal plants, just color them yellow. I don't know if I've done that before or not. Maybe I should get them like on the ground here, like they were running. So there's our first body. Let's get Mullet Man here. Maybe we'll put him... See, that's actually still closed. So I don't want to tamper with this too much. Maybe we get another patient right here. Maybe this is like where they barged out, the emergency room. Maybe Mullet Man got hit by the car. Damn, he is caked up. Look at this. But if the car was out of control and it hit something, should I put a dead person in it or no? I feel like I should. I also just realized this car has no B-pillars. Why is there no pillar that goes right here? It's a subtle detail, but it's kind of cool. I feel like I should have some broken glass in the window that would actually make it look like a zombie kind of broke into her car. The way she died is like random, right? Look at where she is. Like it could be anything. What if I did a zombie that got ran over by the car? Because I did one that got hit by the car and crushed between a table or the barricade and the actual vehicle. But what if I did another one that was like lying behind the wheel that actually got like fully run over? Dude, that's actually a really, like, kind of gruesome but sick detail. I should probably get it going to the front tires, too. I'm just showing you guys a little bit of the zombie making. When it gets to be a little more filler, I'll probably cut a lot of it out of the video. Or maybe a lot of it will be, like, time-lapse. Because it does get a bit boring. It's a bit interesting now, but it will get boring. So there's a few patients here. I'm wondering... We should definitely get a couple in the parking lot here. So let's get this guy. Maybe he can be over here. This girl, we can get her over here too. I've never made a body on its side before. I'm wondering if that's something I should try, because all my zombies... Why is his buzz cut attached to his arm? But like, I've had... All my zombies are on their back or their chest. I haven't had any on their side yet, but the problem is, it's a Roblox avatar, so it's really difficult to make a body on its side. Is that good? Do we have enough zombies? Parking lot feels so empty. I hate it. It's like gnawing away at me. I mean, what other vehicles could we get in here? We could get another Road 500 because I can actually afford that. What else is there? Retro Road Compact. I don't think they're gonna have any classic cars at a hospital though. I don't think I've ever made a building this big before. There's so much to it. I have a lot of respect for these people building like full-size malls and mansions and shit now. Because like I built these filler balconies, but I still gotta get zombies up there. Like, what if there was people there, you know, when the shit was happening? It's like critical details. Some blood on the wall too, like... Possibilities are endless, really. Should probably get some wherever there's cracks, too, because that... Cracks mean, like, oh shit, a zombie was trying to, like, break in there, right? So, I feel like some blood around where the cracks are is a smart move. Again, I really don't want to get too much, though. Especially on the walls, because that might feel way too dramatic. Dude, this is looking alright so far. I'm just worried. I'm so scared to check the plot data, bro. There are two possibilities. It could be A, not that bad, probably around like the 60 to 80 mark, or it could be really bad, which would be like 100 and above. All right. 3. Oh, it's already there. 40. Yo, that's plenty. What? Okay, so 40. We could probably do... Dude, we could do a lot of interior work. Although I'm not sure if I need more on my outside or not, because, again, I need to sleep on it, right? Pause. I always take a day to take a break and, like, come back to it. Have a nap or a sleep. Come back to it with new eyes, and I'll find some shit that might need to be changed or redone. So, this exterior may not be done. It feels done right now. I'll say that much, but yeah, if it is done, then we literally have 100% of plot data to work with. If that 40% went to just our outside, we could probably cook some shit with the interior. I will see you guys tomorrow. So I just put in like 5 decals and my recording didn't register. We have 4 different variants of direction signs. We have one here, one here, you have one here, and then you have one here. There's 4 different variants because they all point into different directions. So I literally recorded 13 minutes of footage of me just putting these decals in and it didn't work. If you want these decals, these are on my decal account called BLCK Decals. But I think our exterior is finished. I feel like the last thing we need to do is we need to go into the interior and blast out some hallways, maybe some medical rooms. We have plenty of plot data to work with. I'm really excited because we have like, because plus 40%, it's a high of 140%. We've done 43.5. That literally leaves me with like 96.5% data. I don't know why it's taking up so little plot data. I feel like part of it is I don't have any custom vehicles. There's not a ton of barricades. There's a lot of zombies and although there isn't many decal plants. There's less decal plants. I really hope this build looks apocalyptic though, because to me it still feels a little bit empty. But I've gotten second thoughts on it, like other people have looked at this build and they've told me this exterior is fine. Especially if I'm going for something like the high school, where they didn't know it was coming, and the barricades that they have up are very like
last minute. But yeah, now we gotta lock in on our interiors. That was a lengthy time lapse, but I was in such a groove I can't even describe, bro. I was blasting tunes, right? And I just went into flow state and fully built a bunch of the interior. And then before I knew it, it was 5 hours of just footage. Me being fully silent, just doing some straight building. But there's not much left to do. There is still some interior, and I made sure to stop myself so I can actually get some yapping in as we do our interior here. But let me give you a brief kind of look through. There's a couple more things I want to do. I actually want to make a slight false interior. And what I mean by false interior is we'll have some walls, right? And we'll make it look like there's a full interior in here, but it'll just be kind of false, if that makes sense. Okay, our atrium / waiting room. 3 big ol' stories, right? This is like where people would wait. There's a lot more we need to add into this. I made my decals, so the decals that we're going to put here, and here are ready to be thrown into the build. You got your reception desk, we got a computer on the ground, an IV thing that was thrown on the ground. I tried to do something kind of epic, or kind of dramatic. So in the center of the room here, we have a hospital bed that was thrown off of the higher stories. And I made it look damaged and kind of broken. You got a broken wheelchair as well that was thrown off. Chairs are kind of knocked around. You got some signs that are on the ground. Gotta make sure these invisible shapes are actually invisible though, because a lot of these are very visible. Fire alarms that I made on the Toronto build. You've got emergency floodlights. Some of them are on, some of them are off. Some of them have what is this called? Like an exit sign? Exit this way. This is supposed to be like a staircase. I might have a little sign that says stairs. I'll make that right now, actually. Hold on. Let's get our decals. We're going to be able to do a lot with these interiors because of how easy these are. Just a bunch of doors with some files. Some, debris. Got papers. I'll have zombies in here because I actually haven't put zombies in the big, atrium area or the hallway yet. And then if we go to the top floor, I would like to do something with this big old hallway too. There we go. Those are our decals. We got signs here. These are for these little rooms over here. There we go. So this is going to be the same. I want this to look like one big doorway. It's just split in half by the pillar. There you go. Should it be blue? Maybe we make it dark blue. I'll have to adjust the other one as well. And then I have 2 other decals here. These are for signs that go inside of a door. Terrace is going to go to the balcony doors. And then the stair decal will go to this. The stair doors. Something is broken with this. I don't know why. I'm unable to rotate the door. But now we can copy a lot of the same stuff up. Got your different door types. There's plenty of other stuff, but I'm not going to really do that just this minute. I'm going to try and get a lot of our filler stuff in, which is these doors and stuff. Dude, the papers on the ground are such a lazy but good detail. I feel like it adds a ton for no reason. So for zombies, we've got all of these templates, and we've got plenty that are still lying around. I say we start small with the hallway up here. So I think we only get 1 or 2. Although, bro, maybe having this hallway... It's gonna sound like me trying to get out of this something, right? But if we had this hallway empty with some blood stains, that would be so fire. Because you know what story that would tell? Hear me out, right? What it would be is it would imply that people were running out through this hallway. People were running through this hallway to get the hell out of this hospital. Let's just get some bloodstains for now. I need ones that are like thrown, if that makes sense. I need stuff that looks like it was rushed. Stuff that looks like it was splattered in motion. Not like a pool, you know? Can I put it on top of the painting? That would be so fire. Look at this. Look at the way the stains are flowing, right? I sound like a psychopath right now. But they're both going towards this exit door, so this implies... What does this imply? People were barging through this thin little door. But I also want to get some over here to make it look like to make it look like a bunch of people were trying to get through here too. But you guys see what I'm kind of like going for right now? I was kind of thinking about having a Walking Dead reference. Like maybe that don't open dead inside door. But at the same time, I kind of thought that might have been a bit corny and unoriginal. I love this new lighting they have, but I also hate it. Because I can't have pitch black rooms anymore. But I also love how my very... Where's my decal? I also love how my kind of underlit hallway isn't pitch black. Having thrown splatters plus no bodies makes it look like people are rushing through here. Like what? I'm trying to think of a scene from a movie. What's a scene from a movie where like, if I find one, I'll put it on screen. But like, there's always a scene where like, you got your main character, right? Maybe some other filler characters, and they're all running through like a hallway while getting chased. Okay, I found a clip. It's not really the same thing, but like, this has 2 things in it, right? 1, tweaker zombies. I want my zombies to look like tweakers in this, like the zombies in this shit, right? But it also, I'm pretty sure this has a scene of a lot of people running through a hallway. Like, look at, okay, hold on. Look at the tweakers, bro. Look at them. That's what I want my zombies to be like. And then where's like a hall scene? I can't find a clip. But you guys know what I mean, right? That's a cool shot right there. I love this curved hallway. It's so big though. Pause. It's gonna be quite difficult to fill up. Okay. I need to stop speaking, bro. I love making the shorts for these builds as well. Like, I'm just thinking, like... I'm thinking of, well, what's the best way to word it? Whenever I make, like, the shorts for these builds, they're almost like mini movies, you know? Whenever I do a zombie build, I love brainstorming how I'm gonna do, like, the sort of quote-unquote mini movie for the build. It's so fun. Like, I'm kind of brainstorming as I build, like, ideas, what sound effects I'm gonna have, what music I'm gonna have in the background, you know? And since it's actually in the hospital, like, deep in, like, this is top floor of the hospital, this is, like, authorized personnel. Maybe there's visitors up here. I should not be getting a lot of civilian zombies up here, if any. It should be mostly surgeons, patients, and nurses. Okay, zombie time. We need this guy. Right on a stain, preferably. Maybe here? This guy can be getting eaten. Pause. We have some zombies in, like, an eating pose, too. I need to remember these, because these could easily be put into, like, different people, you know? Because they're all set to be eating one person in a set pose, but they could also be, like, changed, and not that much. It doesn't need much changing, but we could change them a little bit so they're actually eating someone else. I'll give this girl, like... Maybe I'll make this a grandma, some white hair. It's kind of cruel, but it's realistic, guys, alright? We're in a hospital. You need to remember this. I did dead high schoolers on the high school build, so this isn't much different. Devs, if you're watching, I should have said this earlier in the video. Devs, if you're still watching, I'm not banned yet. These builds are done in a private server where nobody can access, so I'm not traumatizing any children. And I delete these builds right after I record the video as well. This is purely for content. I'm not role-playing with anybody in these. So, and I'm the only one that actually sees this in game. I've been in a private server for the past 18, 20 hours I've been building this, so please don't ban me. One rule I've learned when doing these zombie builds, do not put a zombie eating another zombie anywhere on the lower half of the body. Whether it's legs, feet, wherever. It does not look appropriate. If you guys watched the high school build, you would know. I like this hallway being empty because it has a lot of story. Not this one. This one. And I'm just now realizing I need to cover this one up. But like, I like having an empty hallway because it has a lot of story. But I do want this one to have some stuff in it, I'm not gonna lie. It's definitely needed. So we ran, hit the thing, and died. How do I make him fall? How would he have fallen if he hit this? He'd probably rotate like this. And then stumble to like his side. So I'm gonna make this guy on his side. This is probably why a lot of people don't do the curved windows. I didn't know about this bug, so I went ahead and did it, and now I'm having to delete this every single time I want to do like a nice look around. But I won't have to do that much longer because this is the tour that we're about to do. Without leaving build mode, it is time for the tour. Before I do this, I should say, this is not the whole hospital. Nor is this the whole parking lot. What I was going for is this is like almost a diorama. Now, this parking lot would probably continue way out this way, as well as way out this way. Like, this is just a small fraction of what the parking lot actually would be. And that goes for the building as well. This building would actually be... Why is there windows there? This building would actually be way larger. This is only one little kind of piece of it. Because if you look at this... It's an L shape, but I kind of imagine it being way bigger than this. This is only a little fraction of the building. It's just cropped because I'm so restricted with plot size. So starting off, you have your parking lot. There's not a ton of cars here, but there's some. I put some because, you know, people got mauled. You know, like, they're not going to be able to drive away if they're dead. But the people that did get away, they drove away. That's why the parking lot is kind of half empty, because a bunch of people got away. You can see we have some overgrown gardening here. Our little boulevard kind of grass spots. You got some parking machines that you have to pay for parking at. You got a dude here who died on his truck. Poor guy. Had a bad day. You got some patients that actually managed to run out of the building, but they didn't get too far as they kind of got mauled in the parking lot. You got one here getting eaten. You got another one way out here. She made it the furthest. You got a nurse right here, and there's a surgeon right here. He's got the surgeon's cap and everything. You got another nurse right here getting eaten by the patient. And I also made sure to mix in some regular people that aren't kind of like staff or patients. So you got this guy right here with his jeans and his white t-shirt. You got this girl here on the pallet. Then you got more patient on patient action. Pause. Here's our direction sign. We have emergency, main entrance, the trauma center, which isn't on the plot. It's actually that way. Parking right there. And patient pickup, which is right here. So this is patient pickup. Now, I imagine this being closed or locked. Patient pickup wasn't happening at the time of the apocalypse, so that's why I made it kind of empty. There's not a lot of like bodies or anything here because no one went in or out this way, so it's kind of empty. But there is a body up here on the balcony, as you can see, or the terrace. You can see someone kind of got mauled here, and they're just having a snooze on the balcony. If we go over here, this is your emergency entrance or your ER. You can see there's a little lane for ambulances to pull over in, and someone lost control of their vehicle. Maybe she got bit and then got into a car, and then she turned into a zombie while driving. She ran over a patient and slammed into the barricade that they kind of crafted up as this was happening. Because I went for the same thing that I did on the high school. Very minimal barricades, almost like it was last minute. And as you can see, it didn't work well as she lost control, ran over a patient, and then ran into another patient who was pinned in between the barricades and the vehicle. You can see there's another person here. You got a custom IV pump right here, just kind of chilling out here. This is a fake interior, but it's also kind of an interior. Very empty. You got some rooms, some stains, and you just got a dead dude there. I know, it's kind of buns, but dark hallway. You got another balcony here. There's spilled coffee. You got a newspaper. You got broken windows. Now, what I made sure to do is, with the broken windows, I made sure to put some blood around them, like zombies were bashing on the window and they were getting cut up, or maybe they were already bleeding and them smashing on the window kind of spread their liquid paws. So there's that. Your emergency room, we just saw that. Again, more blood, broken windows. And then here's the barricade for your main entrance. Now this is the main entrance where everybody would go in with reception and all. We're at Bazooki Health Center. That's the name of the place. You can see you've got some posters and signs being used as barricades. You got the very small barricade, which clearly didn't work because there's some chaos in here, but we'll look at that later. I don't know what else to say. There's some bodies here. Let's start off with our kind of less detailed hallway. Although we already showed this hallway, this is the second less detailed hallway. This is really just rooms, patient rooms. You've got railings that people would hold on to if they can't walk properly. You've got a bed here, some seating, more IV pumps. You got a wheelchair there. You got the stairs, or the exit and the stairs. More patient rooms, some signs and lights. You got sprinklers on your roof. Now, what I was going for here, if you didn't hear before, earlier in the video, I put 0 zombies in here because I wanted to make it look like everyone rushed through this hallway. Like, me putting a zombie in here would make it look like people just died in here. But I wanted to make it look like panic was ensued and people were rushing through this thin hallway to get the hell out of the hospital because zombies were breaking in, right? So what I did is I put in these like blood splatters that are very kind of direction based. So it looks like someone bumped into this bed, dripped a bit here. Someone got kind of hit up against this. And look, they're both kind of flowing into the exit door, almost like as if people were rushing through this kind of staircase side exit door to get the hell out of here. You know what I mean? You see what I'm going for here? People are rushing through this hallway, trying to get to this staircase. If we go up to our top floor here, our top hallway, this is the highest point of the hospital, the 4th floor, I believe. Right? Yeah, the 4th floor. Very unique hallway. This is more patient rooms. This is more like people who have been treated and are healing kind of rooms. This isn't like emergency rooms. You've got some seating areas, wheelchairs, you got more blood splatters. Again, I tried to put blood on objects that it looks like zombies or people would have like kind of tripped over or ran into. And then again, you got blood on the glass cracks. Out here, you have a side balcony on the 4th floor. My apologies. What is that? Why is that there? So as you can see, there's windows going out to the balcony on the 3rd floor. If you come through here, you got a poor guy here, flat on his face. This is one of the balconies on the 3rd floor. You can see someone didn't have a fun day out here. They were watching the view. We're paying attention. You got some seating, more bodies. And that's about it. Very basic kind of seating and stuff. I didn't want to do anything too complicated. Continuing through. This hallway is very wavy, which is kind of weird, but I really like the shape of it. You've got more seating areas. You can see some chaos kind of ensued at this little point here. Someone tried hitting the fire alarm for whatever reason. Or maybe not. There's just a blood splatter there, and it just so happens to be behind the fire alarm. So it kind of looks like someone tried to hit it. You got some IV pumps that were knocked over. You got a bed that people ran into. Someone got lodged in between the bed and the window here. And you can see they tried crawling out of it, but it didn't go so well. More stains. Very empty hallway. These papers that are on the ground were a very nice detail because it makes it look like it's empty. It looks lonely. It looks like chaos ensued because these wouldn't be on the ground when, you know, it's day to day, when it's normal. So you can tell like someone dropped these papers. Chaos kind of happened. You got a dude here. I tried to make it look like he ran into the pillar and then fell. You got another balcony here. Oh, I actually missed this balcony. This is another balcony. This is right above the main entrance. You've got some sun chairs, more seating. Zombie right there against the window. There you go. Again, more splatters. Dude on the ground. Wheelchair. Some more splatters on these doors. You got another zombie here. More beds. More IV pumps. Just your average kind of medical stuff. Again, you got the railings that are for like the elderly and people who can't walk properly. I really like how this turned out. You also have another balcony here with more zombies on it. You got a surgeon, nurse, another patient. I tried to put more medical zombies, like patients, nurses, and surgeons in like the patient hallways and stuff. But like in the atrium, which we're about to look at, I put more, you know, civilian or regular zombies because you're not going to find regular zombies in these like hallways as much because they wouldn't be there as much. They'd be more in the atrium. You also have a roof, very low poly, but there's some stuff up here just to make it feel full, not very empty. You can look at it from afar and it doesn't look too boring. All that's left is our big ol' atrium. Now we have a big red kind of cross here for medical. It just looks medical. They don't really do that anymore, but I thought it looked cool on this big ass window. We have 3 stories, very open kind of room. You got sun shining in. I love how this turned out. There's a dude sticking through the floor, but we're gonna ignore that. You got stairs, more patient rooms. You got a surgeon on the ground, more wheelchairs, and kind of like filler stuff. some random blood stains to indicate people were running away, some various security cameras every now and then. Going down to the second floor, actually something I should know, you can see the floors overlap each other every time, so this one goes out by one, this one goes out by one again, and then that's as far as it goes. You can see someone got kind of dragged up against the wall here, one of the nurses. You got a bed here with some ketchup, more bloodstains. Again, just to indicate people are running. I don't want it to look too empty. You got some direction signs for like elevators and stuff. Same thing on the other side, but they are different. Imagine there being elevators through this door and through this door, but they both have different purposes. Got Bazooki Health Center. You got your reception desk right here. Bazooki Health Center, once again, inspired by the founder of Roblox, because we did Eric Castle for the mall, so we're going to do Bazooki for the hospital, and if we do another big kind of landmark building, maybe we'll do Shedletsky next, or someone else. You got more signs, medical signs, these are scattered about. That's kind of the focus right there, we'll talk about that in a second. You got more nurses and stuff getting eaten, TVs, IV pumps. I try to make it look like some stuff fell off of the upper balcony. So you got like a broken wheelchair here. You can see the wheels all bent and stuff. Dead grandma. Someone who tried crawling out and clearly didn't make it. You got some stuff on the ground to kind of emphasize the chaos that ensued. You got a computer on the ground from the reception's desk. And speaking of reception's desk, you got blood and paper on the ground and stuff behind the desk to show maybe some zombies jumped over at the poor receptionist. You can see someone's getting mauled over here. And then our focus. Don't ask why this is our focus. I thought this was really cool. I have no idea why. I got the idea of making it look like a bed was thrown off of... Well, maybe not thrown, but pushed off of the upper kind of balcony. I know the fences aren't broken, but I kind of wanted to make it look like, I don't know, maybe the zombies were trying to get somebody that was on the bed, and they maybe pushed it over the fence rather than broke the fence. You can see the wheels broke off, bent framing, mattress is falling off. You got some various pieces. All the blankets are like piled up. Got pillows. This build is, I don't know if I want to... Is it my best zombie build? I don't know. I really like how this one turned out compared to like the Watchtower or the mall. The high school was okay. I feel like I could have done better with the high school, but that is our Apocalyptic Hospital. I'm very proud of how this turned out. I love how busy it is. I love how large it is. I really wanted to make this look like a big building and a big deal. You might be wondering, like, why didn't I make this the shelter and I made the mall the shelter? The thing is, malls have food. Hospitals really don't have much food. They just have, like, medical stuff. I also thought the mall was kind of a better location, as malls are usually, like, landmarks in cities. And it was also the first build. I didn't really think that this is going to be a series. Like, this is the 4th apocalyptic video, I believe. And I had no idea it was going to turn out like this. I did not know. I did not think we were going to be doing this many apocalyptic builds, but here we are, and I am loving it. Can you hear my dog? If you did enjoy, please let me know. If you have any other suggestions for some apocalyptic builds, leave them in the comments, because I had a ton of fun with this one, and I'm looking forward to doing more. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys. I'm sorry, I'm getting so much B-roll. I love this. I'm so happy with it, bro. Look at this atrium. Look how grand this is. I've never made a big open room like this before. Look at that. Anyways, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye now.